Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. So we're starting into season 4. Alright. What is good in season 4? That's a great question. Rhino spec, late rhino, storms, standard mountain type of thing. We can try this. We can try like a standard mountain. We got fangs, so we just want to draw them in. Maybe just have crawlers. Do it this way. Okay, so it's going to be ASIM. Bunch of crawlers. Bunch of fans. Two tanks. No chaff clear. That's fine. I didn't want to get chaff clear either. So I think we'll both just rely on the fans, but I think my chaff clear is slightly better because of the storm crawlers. So theoretically, it should work better. There's a lot of crawlers though. Kind of scary. Just gonna have to see how well the storms do, but I also have a bunch of crawlers left over, so I mean not crawler fangs. Might actually get a very favorable tower. No, it's just a bunch of crawlers. See if they can yeah, that's fine. Alright, so he's going on the line, which is okay, I suppose. Mass produce wasp is the thing. Wasp swarm is the thing. We can probably go with the swarm, considering he's not going to defend on this side. So we can do like a swarm on this side here. And we could go arc lights. I mean, I'm not really worried about the swarm. So in this case, we could probably just double arc light this. I have an arc light here. I have an arc light here. And we can do another crawler. Maybe like a crawler towards the tower type of deal. Alright, so we got wasps. Oh, it's got fire badgers. Okay, interesting. But I'm gonna get tower. Yep. Getting tower. I'm actually gonna get both towers. Which means crawlers are gonna do a lot of work. Okay, it is fire badger spec, so getting fire badger is the right move. Alright. If he's going fire badgers, I could probably just put some oil down, right? Could be a problem for him later on. He's gonna get 2 fire badgers. Alright. We're gonna have fire badgers this way as well. So in this case, let's go air. Let's have at least 1 air. The item, he's gonna have something here too, right? Can't imagine him without something here. And he started selling off this saber tooth. So it's just straight up fire badger. I think it's okay to have another air. How useful are these storms? They're not terrible. It's 150 now, so it does cost a little bit. Can give you the item. Maybe you try to hit some fire badgers to turn. But we'll see. Okay, it's also going with phoenixes. Yeah, phoenixes is a good option. So it's going phoenix fire badger. It's a very good comp, by the way. Something that I could also go into. Or I can just go Vulcan, right? Vulcan, Phoenix actually beats Phoenix Fire Badger because the Vulcans beat Fire Badgers. So that's what I'm going to go into. Just take the extra... Let's see. Oh, jeez. Get it towered. That feels bad, man. That feels bad. See if we can get a Phoenix. That's a no. Oh, never mind. We did get the Phoenix. All right. So in that case, we're going to switch into Vulcan then. Easy peasy. Triple Wasp is always a good time. And we're just going to slide into Vulcan Phoenix. And we're going to use the Wasp as a tank. I'm going to level up one of you. Or, you know what we can do? You know, the Rhino is actually not terrible. Maybe let's put a Wasp back here. And do it like this. And do like another crawler back here. Like this. Okay, it's gonna be boats. Boats are fine, I think. Fire Badger boats into Vulcan. Vulcan should do relatively well. I am out of chaff clear on the side. That's a problem. I thought for sure it was going to be a Fire Badger Phoenix, but I guess not. That's too bad. Okay. You're going to go with Overlord and Vulcan with range just straight up beats Fire Badger, right? I think. Don't need any of these. I think it's just a matter of getting the range here and just take it like this. Do need another one of you, I think. And we do want to distract you a little bit. Just see if we do it this way. Even further. Yep. So we can distract you a little bit. And let's see. Okay, more boats. If we can get more boats, eventually we're just going to end up with more charge out phoenixes. These level 2 badgers are kind of annoying. They're actually doing a lot of work. Hopefully my Vulcan can clear out everything here before they die to the boats. Oh yeah, look at them. Look at them go. Nice. Of course, we still got a big boat. Always a problem. Hopefully we get tower. Oh my god. Scammed. Alright, big boat. We need the range on the Phoenixes. We need charge shot, and that should be it. Alright. Farseer, level 3. Free. Free is always good. We'll start selling. How the storm's doing? They're doing nothing. We'll get rid of them. Take range on you. Another one of you here. We'll take range. +1, +1. We're gonna run this down. And for fire, we're actually just gonna do this. We'll run this all the way like that. Okay. Double tech on the boats, so they're doubly effective. Okay, getting wasps. We have level 2. Yep, that's fine. The Vulcan doing Vulcan things, lots of crawlers. Alright, let's see if the Vulcan gets the job done. Alright, getting onto the right targets. Now the Phoenixes. Good, good. Okay. Okay, Phoenixes endgame. That's pretty good. Alright, not too bad. Amcor. Good stuff. I'm gonna level you up. You are going to come back a little bit. We're gonna get shields. And probably just more Phoenixes, right? I'm gonna start getting rid of these arc lights. Take range. Probably do another shield. That might be a waste. Okay. Gets the Firehounds. That's extra technology. I get it. Okay. Alright, takes the wasp production. Did he get shielded wasp? That is the question. Let's see. Wasp, come on. Nope, no shielded wasps. Just regular wasps. I need ultra late crawlers. That's going to mess up all the targeting before the hounds can do anything or the fire badgers can do anything. But for now though, like these fangs, they're just the MVP here, right? Because once the fire badgers die, there's zero chaff here whatsoever. All right, I think the next step is just mustangs, right? Oh, speaking of, here they are. Just like really, really late mustangs. I have a crawler here. These guys will continue to be what they do. But the mustangs will probably just like double tag them, to be honest. Just do this. It's got 2 boats here. It's potentially going to add another one. Let's try to trigger that missile. Could be very annoying for him. Alright, goes for the tanks. Also goes for the fortress with AA, trying to get rid of my phoenixes. 2 forts with AA is okay, I suppose. But let's see how the Vulcans do. I feel like the Mustangs were just doing a lot of work to these Overlords, and they're like level 1, so they're gonna die very quickly, especially if there's no fire badgers in front of them. Level 2 sledges. Okay. Actually slowing down things quite a bit. And now we have fire badgers onto mustangs. That's never a good sign. Okay. Mustangs are still doing a lot of work though. On both ends. Ooh, bad tower. That's a really bad tower. Phoenix is still left over. Gonna get another tower though. See if I can get the boat before tower. Yes. Nice. Alright. I guess the real big problem right now is just the Vulcans. We could try EM. I'll put it right here. And do like 2 more of you. Because as long as I can get the fire badgers out of the way, these mustangs should do plenty of damage. These guys, I don't know if they were, I guess they were still doing okay, but I really want the army to come to me. So I'm just gonna get rid of them. And we're gonna do some rockets on these tanks. So the tanks are extra, not tanky. Yeah. And now with the Mustangs and the Fire Badger support, we are kind of getting rid of pretty much all the DPS on the side. Let's see if the Mustangs themselves, yeah, Mustangs are actually doing great. Phoenixes though, non-existent. But Vulcans are just too good, and I still have a few squads of Mustangs left over. I don't think it's game yet, but definitely getting there. We need a little something to deal with the Let's see, extended range. Yeah, none of this is particularly good. Absorption is probably alright. They do have hot dogs. But why don't we just put oil down this way? Let's see. We could also just melting point them. So maybe let's waste one of their shots. Put it right here. And let's guard this Mustang with our life. I want to sell some stuff. I'll sell you. One of you here. Put even more Mustangs. And give you a heal. And then maybe do this. And just run this around, right? Alright, nice missile by the way. Getting rid of all my stuff. Alright. That's what the melters are for. So get through the fort. Mustang should do work. Let's see if we can get through the initial chaff. We do still have stuff flying in. But I feel like this is a melter game. Yeah, this is fine. Range melters. The ultimate anti-giant. And that's gonna be GG. Alright. Looking good. So far, I mean, this game I didn't feel any different than the previous patch. I don't think any of these units had their text changed. I'm not sure. I think the range is still the same. The scorch is the same. I mean, the units that we use here, they're more or less the same. I think Fire Badger's got a bump on the ignite, which was interesting. So now it's cheaper. It's 100 if you just take the first tech. Looking at this board, if I were my opponent, what would I do? I think his biggest weakness is just the lack of secondary chaff clear. I feel like he could have benefited from that second layer of Mustangs. It's kind of like a catch-22. But here, let me jump into replay real quick and let's see if we can get that second layer of Mustangs and maybe provide some backline chaff. Because that's really his problem. He doesn't have backline chaff. Alright, give me a second. Alright, so let's jump into the last round. And let's go play as our opponent. Alright. As far as tech is concerned, I think absorption could be really good on a fortress. But he also needs... I think he needs just deployment. Let's see if I just do like triple Mustangs with range. Like so. Actually, we need to put them kind of all the way back here. Like so. Oil is off cooldown, so I would expect my opponent to do like some funny oil business right here. I do also have oil of my own, so I could also try some funny business. This might be too greedy, but let's see. AM can just go here. We're gonna take range. Mobile beacon. Maybe there's something I can move. Maybe these guys can just like move instead of fighting. But that's about it, I think. 100. We could try to get rid of stuff. Never mind. Okay, so here comes the late chaff clear. The melter though, very powerful. Kind of getting in there and getting rid of these forts. They do not run punch, so you don't have a reliable long range. Yeah, that the problem is we couldn't really get to these Vulcans because they're kind of in the same line as the Mustangs. So the unit kept getting distracted by the Mustangs and not getting Vulcans. And if you're not getting Vulcans, then your units or your Mustangs are going to suffer. So that was really the problem here. If he ran punch on the forts, this would have been really good because all of his units are in this area. So if you punch either is into the melter or just into like the Vulcans, this is quite nice. Right now the boats just can't, like, for the life of them, cannot get to the Vulcans. And also AA Mustangs, pretty strong if you don't have anything in front of these boats. So if you have any suggestions, especially for the last round for my opponent, feel free to leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more Season 4 stuff, they are coming. Here's another one for you, and I will see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.